Bulgy was a double-decker bus. His job was to carry passengers to where they wanted to go. Bulgy never used to like railways. He said that one day they would all be ripped up and replaced by roads. As you can tell, he was quite a bad-tempered bus. One day, Bulgy had promised a group of passengers a faster way to get to the big station, but the shortcut he took wasn't suitable for double-decker buses, and he got stuck under a bridge. The passengers were furious, and they had to climb aboard Duck's coaches to be taken home. So Topham Hatt made Bulgy stay under the bridge until it had been fixed. After that, Bulgy really wasn't a very good bus. The passengers didn't like him because he told them lies, and the passengers stopped using him. So Topham Hatt then turned him into a hen house and placed him in a field. The hens didn't listen to Bulgy's lies, so the arrangement worked well. However, one busy holiday season, Bulgy was needed for passengers again, and promising to be the best bus ever, he was cleaned up. He liked moving passengers again, but one night a lot of his chickens went to sleep in the luggage racks, which Bulgy didn't know about. He was on the road the next day with passengers and had to swerve suddenly. The chickens all fell out of the luggage racks and his passengers were covered in feathers and eggs. Bulgy was cleaned up again. And then Emily told him that the farmer needed help delivering his vegetables. So thinking this was a good idea, Bulgy was repainted green and became Sodor's only vegetable stand on wheels. Bulgy liked this job. He had no complaining passengers and the vegetables didn't lay eggs. Thomas had challenged Spencer to a race because Spencer had been teasing him all day. But when they came to a hill, Thomas struggled. At the top there was trouble. His brakes failed and he flew down the hill and, not able to keep on the main line, went down some now disused track. When he came to a stop, the bushes parted and through the trees he could see an old engine. "Who are you?" said Thomas. "My name's Hiro. I come from an island far away, but while I was working here I broke down. I was put here while they sent for new parts. The parts have never arrived and they've forgotten about me." "I'll tell Sir Topham Hatt," said Thomas. "No, please don't. He'll scrap me," said Hiro. "OK," said Thomas. "But I will help you. I'll get the spare parts for you." Thomas left carefully to go to the steamworks to have his brakes fixed, but got called away before he could find any spare parts there. He did manage to tell his close friends, and Percy crept into the steamworks and came away with some spare parts for Hiro. He took them to Hiro and fixed them all. Gordon did the same. Meanwhile, Spencer thought that something was going on, but nobody wanted him to know and he couldn't find out what it was. Then James took some parts, and by now Hiro was feeling much better, but looked like a patchwork engine with parts of all different colours. Thomas then came to talk to Hiro, but didn't realise that Spencer had followed him. "Aha!" said Spencer, "so this is what you've all been doing. I'm going to get Hiro turned into scrap." "Run for it," said Thomas to Hiro, and Hiro managed to get himself going and down the track. Spencer followed. Unfortunately, Hiro wasn't really well enough. He didn't make it very far and had to pull into a siding. Spencer again told Hiro he would be scrapped, but just then Gordon came up behind Spencer, who couldn't resist a race, and off they went. Thomas had been following and told Hiro not to worry. He would save him, and off he went to see Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas told Sir Topham Hatt the whole story, and rather than being cross, he asked Thomas to bring Hiro to the steamworks, and he would get Victor to repair him. The next day, Thomas and Percy brought the patchwork-looking Hiro to the steamworks, and Victor started work straight away. Soon Hiro was fixed and back to his original glory, and was unveiled to the other engines. "Thank you, Victor, and thank you, sir," said Hiro. Spencer couldn't believe his eyes at the transformation. Hiro also thanked his new friend Thomas, and then steamed off for a good long run. It was a lovely day on Sodor, and Murdoch was steaming through the countryside pulling his freight cars. Murdoch loved these days. A long run, completely on his own, no other engines talking to him, asking him silly questions, enjoying the lovely Sodor countryside. What could possibly go wrong? Murdoch didn't know it, but up ahead, a flock of sheep had wandered onto the track. They also liked the countryside, but they didn't like noisy engines. Murdoch steamed around the bend and saw the sheep on the track. He started braking and tooted at them, but they wouldn't clear the track. He stopped. "Out of my way," Murdoch shouted, but the sheep just stood there. They didn't understand what he was saying. His driver got out. "It's no use, Murdoch. We'll have to get the farmer to take them away," and he telephoned for help. While they waited for help, the sheep talked to Murdoch, only he didn't understand them. All he knew was that they were very, very noisy. Eventually, Toby and Henrietta could be seen approaching. "Thank goodness," said Murdoch. Toby stopped, and the farmer got out and came across to the sheep. Seeing the farmer, the sheep started to leave the track, and very soon the track was clear. "Thank you, Toby," said Murdoch, and Toby, pleased that he had been able to help, moved away. Murdoch could now continue his journey through the countryside, but whenever he heard, he started braking, just in case the sheep had come back. He still enjoyed the long trips on his own, but he now also liked talking to the other engines. At least they spoke the same language without a single